The Anderson High School Redskins soon will be a thing of the past. A small group gathered tonight to thank members of the Forest Hills School Board for their decision, which came down to a 4-1 vote.
The board's decision comes after decades of debate, including a similar battle in 2018 that ended with no decision at all. Tonight, WCPO 9 News reporter Kristen Swilley shows us the moment that highly anticipated vote passed.
Board members say this vote ultimately came down to the issues the Redskins name was creating within the district and the desire to make all children feel included.
It's a different time. It's a different time.
The school board president says he came into this debate prepared for a fight.
When this started about 4 weeks ago, I'll tell you, my first thought was, what am I going to do to keep the Redskins?
Many of you on our WCPO 9 Facebook page wanted to keep it too. Tina Cooper wrote, "My family went to Anderson and we're proud to call them Redskins. What a shame." Helen Merritt said, "This is shameful," but the same board president now feels the real shame would be keeping a name that divides the district.
I want my athletic director, I want my principal to stand up in a gym and put his hand up or her hand up and say, go whatever, and all the kids are behind it.
Patty Taylor, the lone no vote, argued removing the name was a bad financial decision and bad timing.
This is not the regular process, and I believe it's undemocratic and not the will of the majority of the residents.
To find a new mascot, the district will take the practical steps of creating a timeline and benchmarks with stakeholder involvement. But this was ultimately an emotional fight waged for decades with a personal connection.
I really wished I could remember the students' names that called me in 1999. And just to call them and say, it's done.
Guy Jones and Jerry Neri both lead Native American groups that have long lobbied to change the name. They say this is an important first step and hope the district will now invest in educating its students on Native American history.
It's a small victory, but there's many more battles to be fought, and we're in it for the long haul.
You can see that at least this time somebody was listening.
Phasing out the Redskins name will begin in the upcoming academic year. Reporting at Anderson High School, Kristen Swilley, WCPO 9 News.